This is Haystack TV, powered by HaystackHelp.com. Finding reliable services can be like finding a needle in a haystack. But with HaystackHelp.com, finding the needle just got a lot easier. Now here's the host of Haystack TV, Chris Kane.
As we live longer, the expectations to look youthful last longer. Fortunately, women now have more options. And since genetics affect facial aging, one company has launched the Mom Jeans campaign. The goal is to help women understand how their own face will age. Dr. Joel Cohen is the director of About Skin Dermatology and Derm Surgery in Greenwood Village and Lone Tree. He's an international expert on skin cancer and aesthetics and has been named a U.S. News and World Report top dermatologist and a top doctor by 5280 magazine 9 times. Dr. Cohen joins us today along with his wife, Dr. Goldie Cohen, and her mother, Hetty. Thanks for being here, guys.
Our pleasure.
So tell us about the Mom Jeans campaign.
The Mom Jeans campaign was really something that Galderma, one of the large aesthetic companies, came up with to really try to understand and disseminate a message about facial aging and genetics and really start that conversation.
And really, women are having a lot of conversations about facial aging. You know, I know my wife, I hear her all the time, saying to her girlfriends, oh, your skin looks so good. What are you doing? What products are you using? And this happens all the time, doesn't it?
So I think with our society taking more and more photos, you're right, Chris, I think people have really come to an understanding that in many cases they're looking a lot like their mom very early on.
Well, then let's talk about what can daughters learn from their mothers?
I think over the years, daughters really have seen their moms age, and many of those factors are things that people have taken out of their daily routine in terms of unprotected sun exposure or smoking exposure.
Let's talk about how women can get involved in the Mom Jeans campaign. What's the next step for people that are interested and they want to learn more?
They can go to the momjeans.com website and really learn about facial aesthetics. So Galderma is the company that sponsors this website, and they're the makers of Dysport and Restylane family of products. They also make Cetaphil, which people use as moisturizers and cleansers and sunscreens. So it's a very effective website and a tool for people to really understand some of the changes that happen over time with the aging process.
Okay, and you brought your wife, Dr. Goldie, and her mom, Hetty. So let's talk about that relationship here as mother and daughter and what our viewers can learn from this.
Interestingly, the Mom Jeans campaign did a survey of moms and daughters, and one of the things they found is that 82% of women wished their daughters would age more gracefully than they did, but only about half of them are actually having the conversation. So one of the goals of the Mom Jeans campaign is to start the conversation and say, these are things that I did that worked, and have an open line of communication about ways that we can all age gracefully and look as good as we feel.
Yeah, no, that is great. And Hetty, you grew up in a household where there was smoking.
Absolutely.
And do you feel like that contributed any kind of aging to your skin?
I'm certainly did, and I think nowadays, youngsters and young people are not tuned into that kind of thing, I hope. And we also weren't taking care of our skin when we were outdoors. So put the two together, it is twofer, and don't do that anymore.
Right.
So that's what I learned from my daughter.
Yeah, and now you're learning from your mother. So, Dr. Cohen, anything that you want to share with the audience before we leave?
We have a lot of treatment modalities that are available to try to roll back time and reverse some of the signs of aging. Dysport is an injectable that's used to immobilize muscles that cause imprinted lines, and Restylane is something that's used to fill lines and wrinkles and folds. There's also laser devices that resurface areas in terms of lines and wrinkles and take care of pigmentation. But I really think that getting the message out there in terms of sun protection is really important, and if somebody has a spot on their skin that's bleeding or changing or getting darker, they should see a dermatologist and get that evaluated, because we see a lot of skin cancer here in Colorado.
All right, well, this is great information. I'm going to tell people how they can get a hold of you and also participate in the Mom Jeans campaign. So thanks so much for being here. To post your favorite photo of your mom, just head to momjeans.com. Galderma will donate $5 to the National Charity League, a nonprofit that mobilizes mothers and daughters to volunteer. You can also learn more about Dr. Cohen by contacting About Skin Dermatology. So call them today at 303-756-7546 or visit their website, aboutskinderm.com. Galderma sponsored this segment.